as you said, it's my fourth time here, and I've been challenged several times in terms of the rationale, right? Now, the last time I came, of course, it was very diagnostic in nature, where we did a symposium looking at some of the roots of crime and violence. At that time, I was asked, what are you doing about the bigger picture? And the bigger picture then seemed to be the 31 homicides we had in 2016. So I decided to come back this time and let's actually work with the incidents of gun violence we see on the streets and some of the social issues that may feed that. Now, as a result, I've come with a program that's called MOI. That's I''M. I am MOI, MOI, which is French, of course, for me. But it really is an acronym for Men of Integrity. The reason behind Jackie is to actually have 200 men across the Federation on both islands, of course. Recruit 200 men from all walks of life, all stations and all profiles, who would work together. We would go through a 12-session program, and they will be given a certificate. They will be mentors who can talk to young men. As I go around the island, I notice a lot of young men. They are pretty reserved. They would say, no one to talk to, no dad. So we're trying to create a whole generation of men, 200 men, mentors that would fill in there. I am also involved with the new community police initiative. And that's headed by Inspector Rosemary Isles and her team of 9 community-based police officers. That area, Phillips and Molyneux, they've actually broken grounds with a community club that's called the Mall Phil, I think it is, an Explorer Club. And so we decided, since that's already in place, and we have been speaking, I've done a number of sessions there, presentations to men, women, children. We thought, since we have a presence there, it would be the ideal place to start. What's going to happen on the 3rd is just basically an overview of the whole project. Following that, of course, there will be a 12-session program. Right? We have the cards. We hope that men on that day, men, and remember it's a men emphasis, right? Of course, we would love to have women there too, but this is really meant to empower the man, the leadership quality in men, right? So we have a card, a membership card they would sign. Once they sign, they now become members of the MOI movement, okay? And then we'll go through a 12-session program where we would deal with some of the social issues that impact or affect men, right? It's going to be social and emotional maturation together across the nation. Now, it will be done in communities all across the Federation. So we want to see one we started in Phillips and Molyneux, but we want to see one in Sadler's happening. And we go up the road, right, to the Debe and Parsons and Sandy Point and, St. Paul's. If we target in 12 communities across St. Kitts, for example, and 6 in Nevis, then there'll be 12 launches, okay, in every community. We don't want Debe to say, well, guess what? You guys launch in Molyneux, and how come you're not doing it here? No, every community wants them especially, right? So there's going to be a power launch in everyone. Then when we launch, after the presentation is done, then we bring out the membership cards. And the men that are convinced that this is something they want to get involved would sign the membership cards. The only 2 cards we have so far, Jackie, are signed by 2 permanent secretaries. Mr. Osman Petty of Ministry of National Security and Bishop Ron Collins of Ecclesiastic Affairs. These men believe in what in this movement, and they've already signed. But the other men, we are going to get in the communities on launch day. The first session is Unlocking You, where we deal with things like self-esteem, self-perception, who you are, self-identity, right? A matter of fact, that's at the heart of gang involvement. If you know who you are, if you really know who you are, it took time to find out who you are, your capabilities, your talents, innate skills, or even acquired skills, right? Once you're unlocked, you're ready for action. And by the way, I've said this on, Kittition's probably heard me say it over and over. I was unlocked, right? I was one of the boys that was earmarked for death and the jail, right? And a teacher unlocked me and used my big mouth, as I say, that big troublesome mouth. I'm speaking around the world now, right? So the first session is Unlocking You. Then we deal in, the second one is respect. And we take a different spin on respect, because everywhere I go to speak, people say, I'm respecting you because you respect me. And I teach respect is not reciprocal. Respect is a right of every human being, whether you give it to me or not. And I know that's very debatable. I'm ready to debate it, by the way. But when we realize that you deserve respect just because you're human, you will see we actually demolish the stage for confrontations. Many times, right? And I've said that so eloquently in the book Respect Due, which I'm going to have also. Then we go to anger. The one in anger, I call it taming the beast within, right? We do things like impulse control. We do things like how to handle failure, okay? Responsibility. It's a whole 12. I don't have them all here with me, of course. It would take quite a bit of commitment for any man to come out for 12 sessions. You would agree with me, right? I'm by no chance saying that men are idle and have nothing to do. So they were going to sacrifice to come out. Once they come out for the 12 sessions and we deal with all these issues and they get a certificate, they will get a certificate, by the way, Canadian Social Skills Certificate. Then I will leave it up to them. I will challenge them to be the dad in that community, right? To be the big brother in that community. I want them to do it on their own time. I want them to do it voluntarily than to set up a structure that may cause them to fail. They can't live up to it. And then, so I want them to do it, just out of their heart. I challenge you to come out on the 3rd of September in the Joshua Obadiah School. You would not regret it.